You have been tired in a way that is hard to explain. Not just today, for longer than today. The kind of tired that sleep touches but doesn't reach. That rest visits but doesn't fix. That lives somewhere beneath the surface of everything you manage to get done. That kind of tired brought you here tonight. And here, nothing is required from you. Welcome back. The path is the same. Narrow, quiet, worn soft by others who walked it before you. The trees on either side stand as they always have, patient, unhurried, asking nothing. And there, where the path curves toward the sound of water, the bench, still there, still waiting, not for you specifically, for anyone who needs to stop. You sit, not collapsing, not escaping, just sitting, the way the body sits when it finally believes it is allowed to. The river moves beside you. The same river, slow and silver, under a moon that has seen longer nights than this one. The same tree arches above, wide branches, patient leaves, roots that go deeper than anything that troubled you today. Nothing here has changed. Only you have changed. And even that, in this moment, does not matter. The bench holds you without comment. The night settles around you like something that has been waiting to begin. Charon speaks softly now, not to wake you, not to guide you anywhere, just to sit here with you in the dark, the way someone sits beside a fire, not because anything needs to be said, but because silence is easier when it is shared. Notice the breath. Not deeper, not slower, just present. The shoulders carry so much during the day. Let them remember they are not required to carry anything here. The jaw holds tension the way old wood holds water, silently, without complaint, until it is finally given permission to release. Release now. The space behind the eyes softens. The forehead smooths. The hands resting wherever they rest loosen their grip on nothing. You have been tired for longer than tonight. That is the thing about this kind of exhaustion. It does not announce itself. It does not arrive dramatically. It accumulates, one small weight at a time. One more thing handled. One more need met. One more day pushed through, until pushing through became the only thing you knew how to do. Burnout is not weakness. It is what happens when care goes unreplenished for too long.
There are things you carry that no one sees, not because you hide them deliberately, but because somewhere along the way, you learned that your exhaustion was less important than what needed to be done, that your needs could wait, that rest was something you would get to later, when things settled, when the list shortened, when someone else stepped in. Later never came. The list never shortened. And the part of you that kept waiting quietly stopped waiting and started disappearing. The river does not judge this. It has carried more than you can imagine. Whole seasons of sediment, fallen branches, the slow weight of rain. And it has never once stopped to ask whether it was doing enough. It simply moves, not because moving is heroic, because moving is what rivers do. And resting, truly resting, is what exhausted people do when they finally allow themselves to. You are allowed. Let that settle for a moment. Not as an idea, as something the body can feel. You are allowed to stop carrying. Not forever, not irresponsibly, just tonight, just here, just for the length of this story. The bench beneath you is solid, unmovable. It does not shift when you lean into it. It does not ask you to sit straighter or take up less space. It simply holds the way things hold when they were built for exactly this purpose. Think of the last week not to analyze it, not to fix it, just to acknowledge it. The early mornings, the late nights, the things you said yes to when everything inside you was already empty.
The moments you smiled when you were screaming quietly. The meals eaten standing up. The sleep that came but never quite restored. You carried all of it, and you are still here. That is not nothing. That is everything. But tonight, the carrying stops. Every breath out is something leaving. Not dramatically, just gently. The way leaves leave trees in autumn. Not torn, not forced, just ready. The muscles in the back begin to soften. The weight that lives between the shoulder blades. That specific, familiar heaviness that has been there so long, you forgot it was not supposed to be permanent, begins to loosen. Not disappearing yet, just loosening. That is enough for now. This chapter moves into deeper body relaxation and begins the drift towards sleep. The river has been here longer than your exhaustion. It was here before the week that broke you, before the year that wore you down, before the version of you that learned to keep going, learned that lesson. It will be here after all of it, too. There is something quietly stabilizing about things that do not need you to be okay. The river flows, whether you are resting or racing. The tree grows, whether you are watching or sleeping. The moon moves across the sky with complete indifference to your productivity. You are not required to hold any of it together. Notice now the legs, heavy, sinking gently into the bench, the way stones sink into riverbed. Not falling, just settling into exactly the right place. You are not required to hold any of it together. Notice now the legs, heavy, sinking gently into the bench, the way stones sink into a riverbed. Not falling, just settling into exactly the right place. The feet are still. They have carried you far today. Let them rest without purpose, without direction,
without the next step already forming. There is no next step here. There is only this. Breathing in, breathing out. The sound of the river fills the spaces between thoughts. Not loudly, just consistently. The way background things exist when the foreground finally quiets. Leaves move above you in a language that requires nothing from you. No translation, no response, just sound becoming texture, becoming something closer to silence than silence itself. A distant bird settles into stillness somewhere in the branches above. Then another. Leaves move above you in a language that requires nothing from you. No translation. No response. Just sound becoming texture, becoming something closer to silence than silence itself. A distant bird settles into stillness somewhere in the branches above. Then another. The night deepens by degrees so small they cannot be measured, only felt in the way the air cools slightly, in the way sounds soften, in the way the body begins to understand that the day is truly over. It is over. Whatever did not get done today will still be there tomorrow, or it won't. Either way, tonight, it is not yours to carry. The mind may offer arguments. It is good at that. It may remind you of the unfinished thing, the unsent message, the conversation that didn't go the way you hoped. Let those thoughts arrive. Do not fight them. Do not follow them. Watch them the way you would watch leaves on the surface of the river, appearing, drifting, disappearing around the bend without ever having needed your attention. They come and go. You remain. There is a particular kind of release that cannot be forced. You have tried to force rest before, told yourself to relax, counted breaths, checked the clock, calculated how many hours remained if sleep came now. None of that works. Rest arrives the way all real things arrive. Not when summoned, but when the conditions are finally right. The conditions are right now. The body knows this, even if the mind is still catching up. Feel the weight of the hands, not moving, not preparing, just resting in whatever position they found, open or closed. It does not matter. They are still. Let them be still. The arms are heavy. The kind of heavy that comes after long effort. Not painful, just present, honest, real. The chest rises and falls without your help. It has been doing this all day, through every difficult moment, every demand, every small crisis managed in silence. It kept going without credit. Let it rest now, without instruction. The back releases into the bench, degree by degree. The lower back, where so much tension lives. The middle back, where the day accumulates. The upper back, the shoulders, the base of the neck. Each breath out carries something. Not everything at once. Just something. That is enough. The mind grows quieter now. Not silent yet. Silence comes later. Comes on its own. But quieter. The thoughts that were urgent an hour ago are softer now. Less insistent. More like weather than emergency. Weather passes. You have survived every difficult day you have ever had. Every one, without exception. That is a remarkable thing to carry. Not as burden, but as evidence. Evidence that you are more capable of rest than you believe. More deserving of it than you have been told. The river agrees. It does not say so. It simply continues. Steady. Unhurried. Carrying nothing it did not choose to carry. Sleep is not far now. Not the thin sleep that leaves you tired. The deep kind. The kind that goes beneath thought and effort and the habit
of holding on. The body is heavy in the way that signals true rest. Not collapse, but surrender. The willing kind. The kind the body has been waiting to offer all day. Let it. The bench holds you completely. You do not need to hold yourself. The tree above moves gently. Leaves brush softly. The sound is not separate from you anymore. It moves through you the way breath moves. In, then out, then gone. Awareness softens at the edges. The line between the bench and your body begins to blur. The line between the river sound and your breathing begins to blur. The line between being awake and being asleep begins to blur. This is the place. Not a destination. Just a threshold. And thresholds do not require courage. They only require stillness. You are still. The night is wide and dark and full of the kind of quiet that has no bottom. Fall into it. Not dramatically. Just gently. The way light falls at the end of day. Not suddenly gone. Just slowly. Softly. Less. The night is wide and dark and full of the kind of quiet that has no bottom. Fall into it. Not dramatically, just gently. The way light falls at the end of day. Not suddenly gone. Just slowly, softly, less. The bench fades. The tree fades. The river becomes sound. Then the sound becomes part of the night, and the night becomes part of you. There is nothing to follow now, nothing to understand. The story has already done.
what it came to do. Breathing continues. Soft, effortless, unnoticed. The body rests completely. The mind drifts, not away from anything, just gently further from the surface, deeper, quieter, still. You are not listening anymore. You are not awake anymore. You are resting. Truly, fully, without condition. The river will continue. The tree will stand. The bench will wait for the next tired person who finds their way here. And you are already somewhere quieter than all of it. Good night from Charon Sleep Stories.